Don't forget to subscribe and like, guys. See you in the video.
What is up, guys? I'm Kyle13. Welcome back. So today we are doing a Grow Stronger video. A little bit different than normal. I'm going to be going through some workout tips, some stuff like that, and kind of explain the basics of lifting a little bit, like what splits are and stuff like that. So first of all, I just want to start off with there are different types of lifting. You're not just literally lifting weight to lift weight. It's there is strength training, and then there is bodybuilding, and there's kind of things in between. There's the hybrid system is probably the best thing that I've ever done. It kind of combines the two, but basically strength training is high weight, low reps, so you're building strength, you're kind of more explosive movements, and then you're gonna have more rest period in between. So say you do a set of bench press and you do, say you do 4 sets, so you're going, 6, 5, 4, 2 or something like that, and you're trying to hit your max. So you're gonna be doing heavy weight with very low reps and, like up to a minute or maybe even 2 minutes in between each set to let your body recruit, because it's very explosive movement, it's very strong. And then bodybuilding is probably the more popular. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get kills with the shotgun. It's probably the more popular realm. It's doing not necessarily low weight, but weight that you can handle, weight that you can control better, because you're going to be doing negatives and stuff like that. We can get into that in other videos, but those are just the basics. So weight that you can control, usually rep range is from 8 to 12 reps, and then usually about 3 sets, maybe 4 sets. But it's a little bit more volume than strength training. You're doing a lot more weight control, slower reps and stuff like that. Lower weight, more reps, more volume in general. And so basically strength training is just for that, basically strength training. You're getting stronger. The muscle doesn't necessarily grow in visible size. It can, it totally depends on your genetics, and everything in weight training totally depends on your genetics. So don't worry if something's not working for you, maybe it doesn't work for your body type, and that's just how it goes. I found that strength training works for me better as far as growing in size and in strength as well. So bodybuilding and strength are two of the types. Hybrid, you just kind of combine the two. Like my main bench press might be for strength, and I might do 5 sets of 3 for strength, and then the rest of my workouts might be more isolated, like flies or something like that. And we can go through exercises later on. The next thing I want to talk about is it doesn't really matter what you start off with. It doesn't matter what you do. I'm just explaining the different types and the different thoughts process behind them both, because it's all about starting to do something and just getting in there and doing something. I think the hardest thing for somebody to start weight training is to actually get into the gym and pick up some equipment and do it without being self-conscious and worrying about what people might think. I mean, today, my gym just got new equipment today, and I was wondering how to work this T-bar attachment, and I just walked up to the worker and I asked him, how to use it and blah blah blah, and he helped me out right away, and there's no embarrassment, there's no nothing, so don't worry about it. It's just about getting in there and trying to make yourself better. Anything you do is going to make yourself better, as long as you're doing it with passion and doing it with some heart and trying to do it. Without, if you're just sitting there pushing weight, you're not trying, you can do it 20 times or whatever, you're really not going to better yourself. You have to give it some effort, but any sort of training you do that you give effort and passion into, you're going to benefit from it. So just keep that in mind as well. But as far as the actual lifts and stuff like that, there are, the internet's your best friend for stuff like this. Just like gaming, there's videos about everything, cooking and all that kind of stuff, but there's tons of information out there about training, about lifting, about programs you can do. Just go ahead and look up programs. A lot of beginner programs, just so you guys kind of know the basics, will probably start off as a 3-day split. This means you'll probably be doing, upper body day, lower body day, and then maybe resting or a cardio day. So, I mean, you could split anything. A lot of bodybuilders will do, chest day, back day, arm day, which will be biceps and triceps, leg day and shoulder day. That's a 5-day split, because you're splitting up the body into 5 parts. It's actually really simple if you think about it, and I'm not a professional at it either, but I've been doing it for a long time, and I've created a lot of my own workout plans, and they work. So if you guys want any help with that, just let me know as well. But there's all sorts of free information out there. Go on YouTube, look up form videos. Form is very important. Form is going to, kind of determine how you gain muscle or how you're not gaining muscle. You might be doing something wrong. And we will continue this in the second half of the game, guys. Alright guys, we are back. So we covered strength training, we covered bodybuilding, we covered a little bit about splits, a little bit about how to utilize each thing, and we talked about just starting and doing something. So now I want to cover a little bit of form and resources, because that's probably the hardest thing, is just getting started, not necessarily knowing what to do or feeling embarrassed. But you don't need to feel embarrassed. You don't need to worry about that. What you need to do is just try to do something. So if you go on YouTube and just type in, you know, bodybuilding split or something like that, you could probably find a very good and a very solid beginning lifting routine on there. And I'll tell you right now, definitely. So 3-day splits are very common for beginners. They're a little bit easier to do. You're doing full upper body or full lower body, or you could be doing, you know, chest, tris, and shoulders, and then back, bis, and then legs. That would be a 3-day split. These are often considered push days and pull days. So triceps, chest, and shoulders are all generally pushing motions. You're pushing up or you know, around like that. And then back and biceps are generally pull days. And so you can either do those together, so you could do biceps and triceps, which would be a push-pull movement in the same day, or you could separate them, so do chest and triceps, which would be pushing one day, and then the next day you could do back and bis, which would be pulling. And we're not going to get into necessarily the exact exercises that you could do for each of these, because there's a lot of different variations for everything. So like I said, if you're interested in creating your own workout, you can do that. Just look up the resources online, or you can just take a different workout that you found online. I've done that multiple times, and you can tweak it to your own schedule. You don't need to put a lot of time in, guys. I mean, if you're in the gym for even a half hour a day, as long as you're pushing yourself, you're going to be improving. And that's all that matters. That's all that this video is about, is the basics, kind of getting you guys started on how to be able to, you know, get in the gym and just have basic knowledge on how things work, so you don't feel so weird about going in there. Because I know I've been, you know, even when I go to a new gym, I feel weird because I don't know how the gym's set up. I don't know how everything works, and that's okay. You know, you're gonna feel a little bit embarrassed. You're gonna be a little bit worried about that. But definitely look up look up like tutorials for lifts if you're worried about doing them wrong. First of all, so you don't hurt yourself, but also so you have some decent form to work off of, and that's how you're gonna make more gains. That's how you're gonna feel better. The last thing I want to talk about is, well, not the last, the second to last thing I want to talk about is trying stuff out. I already said that. That's how you're going to learn. That's how you're going to get better, and that's how you're going to get better at lifting, is trying stuff out, and then you can move into more intermediate sort of splits, you know, doing single day body parts. And that's all a split is you're putting a body part into a day. So some people do just a full chest day, some people just do a full back day, you know, then you split the arms or whatever you want to do there. And then finally, lifting is great, working out is great, but the key is the diet. Diet is the hardest part. If it wasn't, if working out was just, you know, was the key to everything, then everybody would be shredded, because working out's not that hard. Going to the gym and pushing yourself and making some muscle gains really isn't that hard. The diet part is everything, guys. So you got to get away from the processed foods. You got to try and eat some foods that are worthy. You know, chicken breasts are fantastic, and don't worry, you know, red meats are actually really good for you. Eggs are fantastic. They actually have very healthy cholesterol. They're not that bad for you at all. So just go online, you know, look up different foods, and foods are going to tell your body how you feel about them. You know, they're gonna bloat you if they're not good for you. You know, gluten if you're allergic to gluten, dairy if you have some sort of dairy allergy, they're gonna bloat you up. You know, you're gonna feel good after eating some foods. You're gonna feel bad after eating some foods, and this isn't the same for everybody. So don't take somebody's word, you know, somebody's word as gold. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. Don't worry about that. Just change it up and try something else. But diet is definitely very important, guys. You need to try out foods and see what works for you and what doesn't work for you. So if you guys enjoyed this video on basics of lifting and splits, part of the Growing Stronger series, let me know, guys. I can make more specific videos about actual splits and exercises like that, and maybe even do some tutorials myself. I'd love to do that. So hit me up with any questions you have. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Subscribe and like. Check out my other videos if you have not seen them yet. You guys have a great day. Peace out.